Hey Pisces, and welcome to your reading, my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Sorry, there was just a big spider, a yellow spider who has dropped on me. So just give me a second, little guy. All right, spiders are good omens, so that's a good thing, Pisces. It was just this tiny, it wasn't a big spider, it was this tiny little yellow spider that just dropped onto me. Okay, so this is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, a general career and finance reading. While I'm doing the reading, I'm just going to ask that you guys go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share if and only if that's something that you like to do. And what was I gonna say? I'm going to pull cards for 3 positions. The first position is what you're doing wrong in your career and finances. The second position is what you're doing right, and then the third position, what you need to do. I'm gonna pull some psychic tarot cards and then some clarifiers and an overall card from the Goddesses and Sirens deck. And I just want to thank you guys all for being here. It means the world to me to share this journey with you guys, and all of your love and support is so humbling. So I just want to say thank you. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What does Pisces need to know for career and finance, December 2019? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What does Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs need to know for career and finance, December 2019? What does Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs need to know for career and finance, December 2019? All right. Whoops, sorry about bumping the camera, guys. Okay, first card out, positive movement forward. Okay, this is what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. All right, movement, choices, and decisions. Wow, Pisces, there's a lot of movement and contemplation, mental conflict, choices. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you have harmony there, so love. All right, so harmony is going to be very important for you. Your overall message from the Goddesses and Sirens deck for Pisces, December 2019, career and finance. Overall messages for Pisces, career and finance, December 2019. That's that one. Artemis, individuation. Ooh, yeah. Some of you might be trying, some of you I'm really getting right off the bat. Some of you might be trying to end a partnership or trying to leave a partnership, maybe leave a job. It could also have to do with a marriage because, you know, within our love and finances, as much as we don't want them to be, can be so linked. So it might have to do with like getting a divorce or separating your finances. It could just be all about maybe you guys have a shared bank account and it's not working. But for others of you, it's like you have a business partner or you have a boss or somebody that you're trying to separate from. All right, so the 2 cards that came out for what you're doing wrong, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Sun card. Remember, the Sun is all about co-creation. 4 of Pentacles, you're really holding on to something. All right, what you're doing right, the Death card. Oh, I'm sort of seeing this very clear. You're fighting for what's right, Pisces. I know, my dearest water signs, I'm a Cancer. Fighting, we don't always like it. All right, what you need to do, keep up. The struggle is real. Keep it on. All right. Keep on keeping on, Pisces. Okay. Final message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for December 2019, career and finance. Final messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for general career and finance, December 2019. What you're doing wrong. This is coming pretty clear for me, guys. Okay, good. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm seeing kind of a very clear picture here, Pisces. You're trying to individuate. I don't even know if that's a word, but you're trying to break away from someone or something. Now, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, a job, or a partner. It could also be like a way of thinking. It could be something that you've become dogmatic about. And it could be that, for example, you're doing the same job over and over and over again. Last night I was listening to, it was Spiritual OG, and I'm a Cancer, so I was listening to the Cancer reading, and it was really interesting because she was talking about being a recruiter, and she was talking about how employers oftentimes capitalize on employees not, like not knowing their worth. So you can work at a company for 10 years and only get a $3,000 increase over those 10 years because they work you to death, and they have you believing, or you yourself already believe, that you're not worth that raise and being assertive and that sort of thing. So anyway, if you want to check out the Spiritual OG, that reading for Cancer, I think it was for November. I don't know if it was for November or December, was really, really cool. Lots of really cool information there, but I'm really sort of getting that here with you guys. So what you're doing wrong is, it's not that and this card originally sort of came out in the reverse. The positive movement forward is you being stuck. Okay, this is the Eight of Wands energy, but it's in the reverse. And it's either like you're trying to micromanage something, you're holding on to something too tight, even though you want to manifest like wealth and abundance and happiness and health and all of this stuff, you are sort of getting in your own way. And I just get, Pisces, you're being really, really dogmatic about something. I feel like you've been in the same job or doing the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, and it's Einstein who says, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results, then that's the definition of insanity. And and I think this really applies to you guys. I think this is what's going on. Although I feel like you've become a little bit of a drone, Pisces, and I love you dearly, and I don't want you to, please don't be offended by that. But this is kind of the message that I'm getting here, because I have the Hanged Man, which normally, I like the Hanged Man energy. It's very Piscean, it's very Neptunian. It's this pulling back, trying to get a different perspective, trying to sort of go with the flow, but then also figure out what's best for you. Okay, but I'm getting here that you're stuck. All right, Pisces, I'm getting that you're stuck. There's no positive movement forward. You're also holding on to something. I think you're making excuses as to why you're in this situation or why you continue to do this. And it might be the money. It might be like, well, it's my steady income. And by no means am I saying like, go up and quit your job. Okay, to do something that's more creative or more fun, and just like, whatever, shirk all of your responsibilities. But I think you're using the money here as an excuse, and the stability. You can have money, and you can attract money and be creative and be happy and not be a total drone and not be unappreciated. And I feel like you're not moving up. I feel like you're in a position where you're just like, you're doing the same thing every day, every year, year after year, month after month, blah, blah, blah. And it's sort of like it's taking away from your self-worth, your happiness. You're worth so much more is what I'm getting. And I'm just like, it's so interesting because I just keep seeing, the Spiritual OG and what she was saying about that. Like, you're not recognizing your worth. And like, you're like such a creative person and deserve to be happy. But here, the Sun card is all about co-creation. And I'm kind of getting, this works so well with this individuation, because here we only see one child riding off, playing with these, playing with this flag, like enjoying the warm weather. I'm getting that you guys aren't even taking vacations. Like, you're just so committed to your job. But then if you look at it, like, is your employer really committed to you? You know what I mean? Like, is that even happening? So it's like kind of like Spirit's like, I think you really need to take a look at yourself as an individual and not just like one of the masses, and you have to do what's right for you. Okay. And maybe this partnership, whatever you feel really loyal to, I feel like it doesn't feel that loyal back to you. All right. And so, what you're doing right, though, is like, I think you're starting to realize that you have to make a choice. Like, we have to evolve, we have to grow, we have to expand. That's part of being human. And this is like, I think you're starting to realize that. And this mental conflict, something that's happened that's really made you think about it, or maybe you kind of realize, like for some of you that might work in a big company, you might have realized that you're disposable to them. And even though you've been sitting here, you're holding on tight to it because you're like, I need this money, I need this job, but really, You do, yes. I'm not saying that you don't, but like you have so many options out there. Okay. And the mental conflict is the Two of Swords, and these two Aces of Swords are both their right. You know, like this is not the only thing that you can be doing, and it's causing you a bit of conflict. And Spirit's like, I think you're starting to see that like that you're either going to be pushed into early retirement or you're going to be let go, and it won't make a difference to whoever you're working for. It doesn't necessarily even have to be a big company. But there's this transformation that's on the, on the horizon, and you're realizing like you also have to transform because you've just been doing the same thing over and over and over again and in this sort of stuck position. And you might have been really happy, but the universe is like, there's so much more out there for you. Okay. And it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. I mean, I'm getting that this is a struggle. This is something that's not easy. And it's so hard to change our belief systems and our actions, especially when they're so ingrained in us, and especially when routines have become like a dogma to us. Okay. So, I see that this isn't going to be very easy for you, but, I think you're looking at moving into retirement and the other things and the other streams of income that can come to you if you're retired. Like also think about, getting out of this. That you have to look at being stuck, and then if you're fired or if you leave that job, look at it as an opportunity. And I think you're sort of starting to see that, and that's creating this mental conflict here, because you are really concerned with your stability and your work. I mean, work takes up so much time of our day and really represents who we are. Our work and what we do is a reflection of who we are, whether you like it or not, and how happy you are in doing that. And the Judgment card is all about you ascending. I mean, this could be like you getting a raise. I also get for some of you, it's you guys retiring, but it doesn't mean retiring into your grave or moving into a retirement home. It's like you retiring and then like starting this like really profitable, like online business, or moving, changing, transforming who you are, or doing something for a passive income, or it's going to give you that time to develop like hobbies and interests that you never realized that you had, because you've just been sort of doing the same thing for so long. Okay. And then what you really need to do here is movement, choices, and decisions. Like you have a lot of options. You just have to make them. You can't be stagnant forever. Okay. And you really have to fight for it. You have to show your worth too. Show your strength. The Seven of Wands comes right after the Six of Wands, which is like victory and optimism. This is you standing out. This is you doing what's right for you. This is you sort of like having a realization that like, oh my God, I'm actually a leader. I'm not a drone. I'm a leader. Okay, I can do this. So some of you might also be starting creative projects. I know I spoke a lot about someone going into retirement, but it might be you also just like, maybe you're a cubicle person. Okay. Or maybe, I was a waitress for many years, or a waiter or whatever. And, people sometimes after a while tend to just sort of treat you kind of like shit. And, meanwhile you're studying to get, you're working on your PhD in something, or you're this fabulous healer, but you can't sustain yourself. And this is all about making that choice. What is it that you want to do? How does your job reflect who you are? I mean, it takes up so much of our time, right? So if we're doing something that like we look down on, why would we do that? Or if we do something that makes us miserable, Spirit's asking you, you need to make this choice, but you can stand out. Might not be easy, but taking risks, you got to fight for what's right, And the Eight of Pentacles is showing up in reverse, and it's going back to the Seven of Pentacles. Look at this as a time and investment. Look at how much time you've invested. If it's in a side hustle, but you're still convinced that you can't make money off of your side hustle, or you can't complete, do that. Spirit's asking you to go back to the Seven of Pentacles and just do some introspection, reevaluation of your circumstances, reevaluate who you are. This is a major reading, Pisces. There is loads of abundance coming to you. I mean, there's something coming to you that's going to make this easier for you with this Ace of Pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles is a huge blessing, and you need to sort of be able to pull back through this mental conflict, through this transformation, through changing, answering your higher calling, figuring out what it is, you were meant to do is not easy, and it's not going to happen overnight. Okay. But there's an exploration that we can do, or a process that we can go through that can really help us here. But, Spirit is saying, you're going to be blessed. There's a huge blessing coming your way, whether it's a you know, whether it's a raise, whether it's your tax rebate, whether it's your, you know, an inheritance, whether it's a gift, whether it's Christmas, something that's going to really kind of help you, show you the way, give you that impetus to be like, you know what, I guess I don't have to do this. Now, if you're totally happy working in a cubicle, you know, or whatever it might be that you do, you know, that's fine. I'm not knocking that. I'm just sort of giving that to you as a metaphor. But Spirit's asking you to stand out and do what's right for you. This is very, very similar to the Scorpio reading, and we do have the Scorpio card coming out here. So I definitely, and the Scorpio had a Hanged Man coming out too. So Pisces, please go ahead and check out that Scorpio reading as well. I think there's going to be some really beneficial messages for you in there. Or some of my Pisces might have Scorpio in their chart, so you might be dealing with Scorpio people. But yeah, I mean, this is, for me, it's not easy. You know, this is not an easy transformation, but Spirit's telling me it's a necessary transformation. You need to stand out. Stand out, individuate. I don't even know if that's a word. Individualize, separate yourself from the pack, okay? All right, Pisces, I love you guys so much. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share if and only if that's something that you like to do. And remember, I love you guys so much. And I hope you guys have an abundant and beautiful and amazing December.